Hey everyone, I'm Mindy from Cute Girls Hairstyles and welcome to Spring Break. You guys know it's the season of Spring Break and all the great festivals, which means we need festival hair, Spring Break hairstyles. So the first hairstyle I'm going to show you guys is Rylan's baby braids. This one's great because it works on super short hair, still adds a little style and some fun little braids that just mix up a good hairstyle for Spring Break.
First thing we're going to do is part out our bangs. This is important because it just makes life way easier in the end. It's really hard to do like ponies and stuff with your bangs being like in them because these will like stick out and it makes it really hard to like ponytail. And then what I'm gonna do is just take wherever my part ends, I'm gonna go straight back. This really is up to you on how thick you want this pony to be. Once I have this like front little piece, is you want the pony to go back and you're gonna braid the pony. So you're gonna braid it just 3 strands. Braiding it from the side is gonna be easier because we want it to lay on the side of our head. So like braiding it like this is going to help achieve that. Gonna rubber band this up and then pancake it however you like. We want this to like lay super cute on our heads. We don't want it to be like stiff or anything. Take a piece of your bottom hair, like a really, really thin little piece of hair, and you're gonna just 3-strand braid this. And this is gonna be kind of hard because the hair strands get so thin. So I just take some gel and just twist it on there, clump it on there, and let that dry. It's gonna dry and it's literally gonna look seamless. Like it's gonna look so good. So same thing, I'm gonna take from the corner of where my bangs are out and part that back. Match wherever I stop with my hair. These are even. Now I'm just gonna braid this one down as well, exactly like how I did the other one. Once you're done gelling, done braiding, take those bangs out. You can tuck these pieces behind your hair, pull out 2 in the front. That is how I get my cute little braided ponytails. I just love them.
The second hairstyle is also a great one for short hair. It can also be used on long hair, but it's basically mini fishtail braids. Bailey put a cute little scarf over the top of it, which I think feels even more like festival worthy if you're gonna wear it that way. Just a great one to keep in your back pocket for like a dirty hair day too, because you could fishtail it and then put the scarf on and you wouldn't notice all the grease at the root.
Hey guys, it's Bailey from Brooklyn and Bailey and Cute Girls Hairstyles. First things first, get your bandana and fold it up however you need. I'll start it about where my hairline's at. I'll pull all my hair behind the bandana and tie it underneath my hair. So it's gonna look funny right now, but we'll get it situated in a minute. So we're gonna pull it back a little bit so you can start to see the hair at the hairline. And now I'm going to pull 2 small pieces out at the front. So there you go. You can see how these 2 pieces, so you can curl these pieces, you can straighten them, you can leave them. Basically, you start by splitting your hair in half in the back. So now I have 2 pigtails. I'm gonna grab one and I'm just gonna do a simple fishtail. Begin by splitting the hair. So you have 2 chunks of hair. And then you do a typical fishtail. So you'll grab a piece from the back, cross it over the strand you pulled it from, and add it to the other chunk of hair. We'll continue on this way, but make sure you're checking to see if your strands look long enough to pull through the fishtail. This is specifically for short hair. If you have long hair, you will not need to worry about that step. This is only if you have short hair because a lot of the times you might have hairs that will fall out of the fishtail if they're too short. It doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of times, like fishtails, people do like these very, very perfect fishtails. This is intended to look messy and cute. One of those messy, cute hairstyles, you know what I mean? I'll probably stop right about there. So I will rubber band it at the very end once you feel like you're at a stopping point. But instead of just leaving it like that, since I said it was intended to look messy, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up some of the strands and pancake the fishtail. So you just kind of go like this, you pull out the pieces, and there you go. You have your fishtail on one side, and then you're just gonna repeat that on the other side, and then you have your fishtail hairstyle.
The third hairstyle is a great one for longer hair. It's Brooklyn's Dutch braid buns, where you kind of Dutch braid it and then you can make it into buns. This one's awesome because it can be worn under a cap if you've got to wear a baseball cap, but it also can just look really cute. Add some ribbons for a little extra flair. It's fantastic.
So the first thing I do is I pull out a little piece of hair right here in the front, and then I just take a little section at the very base of my hair. I part my hair down the middle as well. And then I take this little section and I separate it into 3 small sections, and I cross one side under, the other side under, and then I pull some hair into it like so. So that is called a Dutch braid. I'm sure my mom has tutorials on how to do Dutch braids if you guys want to go check them out. But all I'm doing is adding hair into the side pieces and crossing them underneath as I braid. That's all that a Dutch braid is. It's essentially a French braid. You're just pulling the pieces underneath instead of on top like you would with a French braid. I try to keep the braid pretty close to the side of my head instead of like pulling it back. I know some people braid like straight back. I am braiding, I don't know if you can see, I am braiding like straight down. And then I just keep doing that all the way down. What I did here is I just pull out a little soft piece around my face just to give my face like more framing. And then what I do is I braid it a couple of times to complete the braid. But instead of braiding all the way down, what I do is I take it and I just twist it like this, and I let it twist up on itself. But instead of like making it super tight, I kind of let the twist fall down just a little bit like that. And then what I do is I take a rubber band and I just wrap it up, and it creates this soft little bun right here at the bottom of my head. I like to go through and just like pull out the ends of my braid like this and fluff it a little bit. It's called pancaking, like so, and it looks a little fluffier from the front. So now I'm just gonna repeat the same things on this side. There you have my little braided bun hairstyle. This is what the final hairstyle looks like for those of you who are gonna want more like a close-up look. So I have the bun, then I have the braid, then I have it in the front, and I don't care about it being a little frizzy and a little messy. I kind of like it like that. My hair is kind of dark, so I'm trying to get it like in the light for you guys. But this is what it looks like when it's all finished.
Thanks for following along on all of our adventures. Hope you guys loved the festival hairstyles, the summer hairstyles, all the things, right, for spring break. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.